Doedk Rodriguez, 2-1. Harold Vanarsdale making his amateur debut. Vanarsdale stands 2 inches taller. Rodriguez coming in at 140.5, Vanarsdale at 139.9. Slight reach advantage for Rodriguez. Our tail of the tape brought to you by Icon Muscle. All right, now for our official introductions, we will throw it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in a Tuff-N-Uff catchweight bout at 140 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist making his amateur MMA debut. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 139.9 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, Harold Vanarsdale. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a grappler, holding an amateur record, 2 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 140.5 pounds. Fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico, Doedk Rodriguez. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Vladimir Matushenko.
Former UFC Hall of Famer Vladimir Matushenko getting the assignment for our opening contest of the night. TJ DeSantis with the current UFC fighter, Angela Overkill Hill.
Hey.
How's it going? I didn't expect to see you here tonight.
Neither did I, but here we are.
You, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we are underway. Vanarsdale in the black. They're both wearing black, but Rodriguez in the black with gold. These guys getting after it early.
And Vanarsdale's really aggressive right now. Ooh, but has to watch out for those check crosses and hooks.
They both tasted each other's power here early, and they're swinging.
Yes. This definitely looks like a debut fight. It's one of those ones where you just see red. Your first fights, you just see red and you're going. But Rodriguez has a nice body lock. Ooh, big takedown right there. And now he's laying in a perfect position on top in that half guard. Vanarsdale is doing a good job of trying to get back up, but Rodriguez is on him like glue.
Would you like to see him try to use that fence to wall walk maybe?
He could totally do that, but I think he's a little too worried about the punches right now. That's one of those things, again, about your debut fight. It's scary getting punched in the face with those small gloves for the first time. Ooh, nice up kicks, though.
Trying to pass here is Rodriguez. He's able to clear. See if he can get all the way to the side, or if he elects to try to, well, just holding on a little bit now. Now flowered into that leg is Vanarsdale.
Yeah, Vanarsdale looks pretty eager for that armbar, but Rodriguez isn't giving it to him. Now he's searching for the legs. Definitely looks like a jiu-jitsu guy down there trying to find his way in the guard.
You mentioned that jiu-jitsu base. I mean, a lot of people forget that when they get punches thrown at him for the first time, but Vanarsdale, he's trying to play that guard game. He needs some hammers to sell for his trouble.
That was almost an illegal up kick, but I think the knee was just floating off of the ground. Now he was able to get a pass, almost a pass. Still having trouble getting past that knee shield, Rodriguez is. Rodriguez has to watch out for those up kicks because he's eating a few of them, and it's just one of those strikes that don't need the length. Like, control the legs, go to the side, and get to business.
Round 1 in the books. Round 2 headed your way next. You're watching Tuff-N-Uff.
It's with Icon Muscle. From recovery essentials to daily wellness formulas, our diverse product line has all your bases covered. No matter your lifestyle, you want Icon Muscle in your corner. Be unstoppable, be iconic.
Back here live in San Diego, 1 round in the books between Rodriguez and Vanarsdale. TJ DeSantis along with Angela Overkill Hill. Live tonight in Observatory North Park, and we are headed into our second round. 2, I would say young men, but we have a 31-year-old in Vanarsdale making his amateur debut, taking on the 20-year-old in Rodriguez. And, you're never too old to get into a fight.
No, 31 is still a baby. I thought I was grown when I was 31, and let me tell you, I wasn't even halfway grown then. But I love to see these guys making their debut. It takes you back to that greenness when you first get out there, and they're getting after it. This is a great experience for both of these guys. Ooh.
Leather being swung here between these two amateurs, and you can see definitely an amateur fight. They're wearing the shin guards. Modified rules here at the amateur level. Now Vanarsdale able to initiate a clinch here. Eats a left hand though as Rodriguez makes space.
Yeah, Vanarsdale took some big shots on the feet. Now they're on the ground. He's still taking big shots, and those up kicks are kind of getting him in trouble. Rodriguez is able to use that to pass and try to get past that knee. He's finally gotten past the knee this round.
In mount here is Rodriguez. Vanarsdale giving up his back now.
And in an amateur fight, they don't have to see that much damage in order to stop it.
Rear naked choke here upcoming for Rodriguez. Vanarsdale's trying to hang tough.
Oops.
Oh, he taps. Nicely done. Doedk Rodriguez able to get the submission victory in round number 2. And I mean, it was clear he utilized his superior stand-up to sort of get that pressure going and ultimately got the fight to the floor. And in the second round, he passed the guard and ultimately took home the neck.
No, it was great adjustments. It feels like he went to his corner. They figured out how he needed to pass that knee in order to get to a position where he could finish. He got to that mount really nicely, landed the ground and pound on top, and made Vanarsdale turn over and expose his neck.
Absolutely. And again, the future stars of MMA shining bright here at Tuff-N-Uff at just 20 years old. Safe to say that Rodriguez has a bright future ahead of him in the sport of MMA.
Even more of a baby.
Tough night for Harold Vanarsdale, but the sun's still up here in San Diego, and it shines on the Mexican Doedk Rodriguez. Improves his record tonight as he takes home the submission victory here in round number 2. A sign of sportsmanship between these two gentlemen. And we're going to go ahead and make this one official. We go to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 51 seconds into round number 2, referee Vladimir Matushenko calls a stop to the fight for the winner by submission via rear naked choke, Doedk Rodriguez.
Doedk Rodriguez picking up the 3rd win of his amateur run. Submission rear naked choke over Harold Vanarsdale. And these are short rounds, 2-minute rounds, Angie. He definitely got to work in round number 2. Let's take a look at it in our Tuff-N-Uff fight recap.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. It's like he almost didn't have enough time to finish it in that first round. Once he gets to the ground in an amateur fight, those 3 minutes go by really fast. I'm sure it went by a little slower for Harold Vanarsdale, but you could see the difference in experience. I was saying that they were both debuting, but as I'm looking at the